Well, it is evening time and time to take the food away from the meat chickens. You know, they're 12 hours on, 12 hours off, so they don't overgrow. But I got some bad news. Well, maybe not bad news for everybody else. Bad news for me, because we lost 23 of the 25 chickens we had. But I'll show you the 2 that are left. Only 2, barely makes it worth raising them. Let me get their feed all taken care of and I'll tell you the story of what happened. The 2 that are left, they're actually doing pretty decent. Let me get their feed out of here. Give me a shot. Let me take you in close. Well, there they are. That's it. That's the 2 chickens left. Pretty much all feathered out. The one that's laying down right there has a messed up leg. You can see. Doesn't like to use it. It's still getting around okay, so I decided, well, no sense of putting it down. It's getting around okay. It's eating, it's drinking. But it is definitely got a problem with its leg. But doesn't seem to be like in extreme pain. I don't know how you'd tell exactly, but it's not just crying all the time. Everything seems to be going okay, so we're just letting it go. Let me get this thing shut down. I'm making him nervous, and then, like I said, we'll tell you the story of exactly what happened. Well, I decided to turn the camera around so I'm not backlit by the sun over there and I don't show up as a big shadow. Tell you the story. So anyway, so this happened, I don't know, a week and a half ago, something like that. I just haven't, probably actually more closer to 2 weeks ago. I just haven't got around to shooting video. I've been so tied up with other things, but that's a long story. You don't need to hear all the details to it. We'll get back into it at some point. But anyway, so here's what happened. The chickens were doing great all the way up. They were about 3 weeks old, feathering out pretty good, about ready to move to the outside tractor, but I still had them in the brooder in there because we were expecting a freeze to come that weekend. And normally I would have moved them out to the brooder already, but because I had them down to about 45 degrees, the temperature setting on the brooder box down to 45 degrees, so it got at least that chilly. It didn't get any colder than that. It stayed at 45 degrees or above, and they were acclimated to that pretty well, doing just fine. But we had a cold front coming through, and we were expecting a freeze. And I was a little bit leery. I thought, well, I'll hold them one more week in the brooder box just to let this cold weather go by. Now, terribly windy day today. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. The wind noise isn't too bad, and you can hear what I'm saying here. But okay, so back to the story. So I go out to feed them in the morning. This was, I don't know, the weekend, whatever. I go out to feed them in the morning. I open up the shed, and it's just a bloodbath. I mean, it's just dead chickens everywhere. I think I lost 20 chickens, roughly, out of the 25 that we had. We had like 4 or 5 remaining. I had to clean all that up. It was such a mess. Some of them, the head missing off of some of them just dead for no reason. So I thought for sure it was a raccoon. Just could have sworn. I mean, that sounds like a raccoon, just eating the head off the chickens. And we got the neighbor's yapping dog again. Sorry about that. But anyway, so, of course, disappointed as I was, there wasn't much I could do about it. I cleaned it all up, had about 5 chickens left. Went ahead and put a game camera out there focused on the brooder. Thought if it comes back, we'll figure out what it is, and we'll figure out how to deal with it. Well, I was kind of surprised to see what came back. What came back the next night was a possum. And it actually crawled right in the brooder. I don't have it super secure because I don't have a big predator problem here. But yeah, it was a possum. The possum got in there, killed a couple more chickens. We ended up with just two left. One was kind of alive, but it wasn't doing well and it didn't last very long. So we ended up with 2 that I was able to move to the outside tractor. Now I've set a live trap. Possum hasn't been back since then, so haven't caught the possum yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do at this point. 2 meat chickens is hardly worth it. I could order another batch, get another batch in. It's getting kind of late, so I'm going to have to do that pretty quick, or they're going to be sold out everywhere. I'm not going to be able to get one. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, because it is kind of late in the year, and there's a big expense with that. Not a huge expense, but it doesn't make it really economically worthwhile. I mean, I guess it still is. The money's gone for those chickens. I don't know. I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to order another batch of chickens. I know somebody said that they wanted me to do they said in the comments that they wanted me to do a full, like, meat chickens from start to end kind of thing. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. but if I do order some more chickens, I'll do that. I just wanted to tell you guys the story, let you know what happened. There's not much more to this video than that. I've had these guys out in the tractor for a little over a week, and they're doing just fine. The good thing about only having 2 chickens in the tractor is I don't have to move it about once every 4 or 5 days, because there's only 2 chickens in there. They're not making a big mess. So they're doing fine. Nothing's gotten to them out here. If I'd have had them out in the tractor, they wouldn't have gotten, the possum wouldn't have got to them. So I'm kind of kicking myself for not moving them out. But then again, like I said, I was a little bit nervous about the freeze. I don't know if they'd have made it through that freeze. Who knows? Not much we can do about it now, but just write off the loss and focus on the next batch. Well, let's end this video on a good note. Yeah, lost all the chickens, but the baby rabbits are doing great. Again, the yapping dog next door, please excuse that. Sorry about that. But yeah, the rabbits are doing great. So this one, they're all, you know, I think 3 weeks old, something like that. And they're all getting in and out of the nest box all on their own now. Let me bring you in close, I'll give you a shot of them. This one here had all black except for one chocolate. And my other doe is a mix of some blues and some blacks. But let's take a look. Yeah, they're being a little shy. They're all hiding behind the nest box back there. We got one little guy right here. They're not too scared. But let's see. There we go, all back in the corner. Maybe you can see them back there. Chocolate one is kind of hiding. Let's see if we can get him to come out. Oh, there he is, way back there. I don't know if you guys can see him or not. I don't want to pester him too much. There he is, way back in the back. Come on up here, let's see ya. So anyway, these guys doing great. They're all hiding from me. I don't want to pester them too much right now, make them too nervous. But she's doing a great job. She's doing a great job of taking care of them. This is my doe I got from Whiskey Tango Farms. And the blue doe, I don't think she's feeding right now. I think all her babies are out in the nest box as well. Yeah, she's just hanging out in the nest box herself. But yeah, they're all hiding around the corners. She has picked up. She took her a little bit to kind of take on to motherhood, but she's doing a great job now too. You can see we got a blue one and a black one back there. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if it's just a big black hole in the camera or not. But oh, come on, move out of the way. I can't open the cage. There we go. All right, now you can probably see. So she's got, like I said, mostly blue, a couple of blacks, one black with a little white stripe on his head. I don't know where he is right now. He's hiding back in the back in the corner. But they're all doing pretty good. No problems, no nest box eye, nothing. They're all just doing great. So, you know, it's pretty good. And there's Mama. It's good to see you, huh? She's doing good too. They're just a little skittish right now. They don't mind a little bit of petting, but I don't know, I can't get them all in the camera view. So I know that was probably hard to see in there. You didn't get to see much, but you know, like I said, it's not all bad. Not everything's a loss. We did lose most of the chickens, but we can always reorder it. It could be a lot worse, honestly. Rabbits doing great. Quail are doing fine too. There's not much to show there because it's just the same breeders I've had for a while. And I guess that's it for this video. Just give you a quick update. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, God bless.